There is a hidden side of homelessness, women who exhaust every option before they seek the aid of a shelter. Traditionally, men have made up the larger majority of the homeless population, but recent studies show women represent more than 40% of homeless Americans. Now, centers across the country are evolving, becoming better equipped to help women get back on their feet.
For decades, women stayed in situations that may have just been unhealthy for them, or they were too afraid to go out on their own. But with this new empowerment comes a rising number of women seeking the help of shelters, trying to forge a better future.
Tracy is now enjoying the simple comforts of home. But it was a long and hard road to get here.
The hardest part was kind of like watching my kids kind of watch me kind of struggle a little bit.
But as it turns out, Tracy is part of a larger shelter story, part of the hidden side of homelessness. According to recent studies and from data from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, women often exhaust every other option they can before they'll stay in a shelter or transitional housing.
Nationally, the total number of individuals, unaccompanied individuals experiencing homelessness is around 500,000. Women represent about 40% of that. The chronic homeless tend to be more men. So if you are a woman who's not part of a family, you're not a veteran, and you're not chronically homeless, there really aren't a lot of resources to help you get out of homelessness.
But agencies across the country have recognized that gap, and the shelter system is trying to evolve to keep up with the changing demographic. Fundraisers like this annual Women Helping Women event have raised more than $1 million to help fund a new women's-only shelter and women's education training. Influential women from the community have been coming together for more than 10 years to raise money and awareness.
They bring 4 friends, and we raise funds for, at that time, it was to open up the shelter for women, and now it's evolved into supporting all of the needs of women who are experiencing homelessness. So housing supports, education and employment, financial literacy.
And Tracy credits several staff members at these area shelters with really working hard with her to make sure that she was securing a solid future for her and her growing family. I'm Danielle North.
And to see more of our Celebrating Women special, be sure to tune in to KCAU 9 next Monday following our 6 p.m. newscast.